Hola.
Hola, namaste.
¿Cómo estás? Trying some Spanish on you.
So good to see you. Last time I saw you, you were here in Madrid, and I had the opportunity to say hi, and now we are again here.
Wonderful, wonderful to be
Wonderful.
seeing you again.
So there's so many things I would love to talk to you. There's no time, and mostly I would love to listen to you. But if you agree, I would like to start talking about the rough moment youth is having right now around the world, and especially in Spain too. How could we help them?
The thing is, when you say youth, essentially youth means life which is still amorphous and in the making. But today one thing that's happening is because of enormous input of information that's going into them, that what should happen over a lifetime is happening between 12 and 16 or something like that. Because of this, in some way, youth are not really youth, they've gotten old within themselves. Too much information. What you had to find out by various experiences of life, today everything they find out on the screen. So, in a way, you have old people living in young bodies and they got their problems. That's one aspect. And there are various other aspects which impact mental health. One thing is the life strength in the soil is gone, which is a huge thing. The necessary micronutrients and the strength in the soil is not there. Our body, our brains and body both are just made of soil. Unfortunately, the source material has become very weak, so that is manifesting itself. They say there is some 8 grams of plastic in an average American's brain. I don't know how much the Spanish have. I hope it's a little less, but still plastic in the brains. See, when a child is born, till a child is 4 years of age, 48 to 52 months, the child has a need for physical contact with the mother because a child is not fully formed, it's not a full-fledged life. Life is being put together still. Human children are born not full-on, they are born halfway and they have to be put together. And that takes approximately 4 years plus. This is why the IMR is always, the infant mortality rates are measured up to 4 years or 4.5 years, because life is still in the making. In the past, many of them wouldn't survive because of certain things not being in place, but today we make all of them survive in the hospital, which is a good thing, it's medical attention. But at that time, being in connect with the genetic source, which is the mother, I think that contact has come down significantly in today's world because the mother has to go to work, bearing the child is not her full-time job anymore, she's doing many other things. So that contact is less, which is also having a serious impact on the emotional fabric of a child. So by the time they are 12, 15, they're having troubles. There are thousands of children around the world committing suicide below 15 years of age. When 12, 13, 14-year-olds commit suicide, they should be exuberant life, but they want to take their own life. When such a thing happens, we should know we are doing something fundamentally wrong with the life process. One more aspect which may be difficult for people to digest is when people die, how we take care of the dead always has a serious impact on adolescent life, which is showing up in the Western world in a big way, which will also show up in other countries in Asia and other places where there was lot of care about this, there's a whole science about it, but that is all being thrown away in the name of being modern. And we will pay a price for that, which is beginning to happen in urban centers in Asia, but very rampant in Western societies. So these are all the many things, and of course there are many various sociological issues, but everybody today is happy blaming it on the cell phone, which has made our life very convenient and easy. Otherwise, because of the cell phone, I have not gone and sat in my office for years because my office is on the cell phone. So it's a fantastic instrument, everybody is cursing it these days as if that is the source of problem. No, because the necessary attention is not there, people are developing compulsive habits. Compulsiveness is the problem, cell phone is not the problem. If they start eating, they don't know when to stop eating. If they start drinking, they don't know when to stop drinking. If they start texting, they don't know when to stop texting. So the problem is of compulsiveness, not anything else. A more conscious existence is needed. What can we do about it? It is not a single-pointed problem, it is a multifaceted problem. One significant thing we can do is, say for example, in 1866, over 50% of the American population, over 45 years of age, did not have any teeth left, they were in bad condition. Today everybody has teeth. This is not because of dentists, because our mothers made sure in the first few years that we brush our teeth. They told you if you don't brush, no breakfast. That's a simple way that it came in, and today everybody has their teeth intact. Similarly, we have to bring some simple yogic practices, particularly meditative practices. It should not happen through a guru or an institution or administration. It should happen in the family as brushing teeth happens, as mothers train us, potty trainers, like that it must happen. How to keep my mind? What is the way to manage my mental faculty? This must happen in every family. This is what we are attempting right now. We want to see that at least 3 billion families have a meditative process that they can transmit to people around them and to the future generations. I think this is very vital. Changing other things, well, the soil… bringing back the soil strength, we need policies, changing various other aspects of how we run the schools, how we manage family situations. These things cannot be corrected overnight. We don't know when the society will have the will to correct it or the opportunity. Now everybody is talking about AI. If it does all the work, I think we can get back to life.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. Talking about meditation, let's talk about that miracle, Mind of Miracles, 7 minutes of meditation. It's a good proposal. It's a very nice initiative you created. It's such an success it has around the world. And I want you to explain what's the point of this application. I really like it so much. Your voice, 7 minutes, take a time and start breathing and taking presence of the moment.
No, you should be breathing even before that.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't
But
help
breathe
people who have stopped
correctly.
breathing. So, the miracle of mind is an effort to bring a very simple form of meditation. See, when we say meditation, people have ideas, oh, it's a religious practice, which religion does it come from, which culture does it come from? But breath, I believe, all people of all religions, race, nationalities, everybody is breathing, fortunately. So using the breath, we do something, nobody can have any prejudice towards that. So what…
Yeah, but it's weird, we don't breathe well. We don't even know how to breathe.
Yes, that is there. But everybody is breathing, fortunately, all right? All the living are breathing. And what we call as meditation is not an act, it's a certain quality that you bring into your life. What is that quality that we call as meditativeness? See, what we call as my body is something that we gathered over a period of time. We were not born like this. We were born very small, but we became like this because we gathered. How? By eating. Where did the food come from? From the earth. In a way, what we call as our body is a piece of this planet, we gathered it this way. When we are done, if you put it back into the soil, it becomes part of the soil. Right now when we sit here, your body is your body, my body is my body. They can't be same. But when we are buried, it's all the same stuff. So essentially, we gathered this body. What we gather can belong to us, cannot be us, isn't it? Whatever we gather can belong to us. You cannot say it's me, you can say it belongs to me. The same goes for your mental structure, your whole psychological structure is accumulated impressions. You gather them over a period of time. So what you call as body and mind both were gathered, but right now that awareness is not there. Meditation means if you sit here, there is a little space between you and the body, between you and the mental structure. Once there is a space between you and your body and you and your mind, this is the end of all suffering. Because there are only two kinds of sufferings that people go through, physical suffering, mental suffering. There is simply no other suffering. So little distance from these two, you will see suddenly you're free. And above all, your ability to use this body and this mind becomes immensely enhanced. And whatever the nature of your work, whether you're playing… because you're Spanish I'm saying this, whether you're playing football or doing spirituality or you're an artist, whatever it is, how well you can use your body and mind determines the success of what you're doing. So if you want to use your body and mind very well, one important thing is, they don't become impediments in your life. That your own body and your own mind should not be obstructions. Right now, that's all that's happening. Human beings are going through variety of suffering. What is it? Physical sufferings can happen due to various things, maybe some ailment, maybe an infection, maybe something else, that's a different matter. But mental suffering is essentially happening because your intelligence has turned against you. If your intelligence was working for you, 100% I'm guaranteed that you would keep yourself blissful. Only when your intelligence turns against you, you make yourself miserable. So these different states of misery, for this we have diagnosis, various kinds of names. I thought there are half a dozen different mental issues that people go through. But I was talking to some top psychiatrists in UK and they're telling me there are 72 varieties of mental ailments. 72. How many ways to damage yourself? So anything that is happening within you is caused by you. Human experience is coming from within. What is coming from within if it's not happening the way you want? It's time to stop and look. So in a way, meditative process is about this. You distance yourself from the process, your physiological process and your psychological process. Now your ability to handle both of them is greatly enhanced. This does not mean meditation means you must go and sit in a Himalayan cave. No, meditation means you're turning inward. When you turn inward, it is a space which is your space. You're the only person there, so nobody else can be causing trouble. So you are the source of trouble. Most people are going through this. See, if you're alone, you're sitting alone and if you're suffering, obviously you're in bad company, isn't it? If you are with me and you're suffering, maybe it's me. But if you're sitting alone and you're suffering, then you're in bad company. That has to be changed.
It's that moment when you take responsibility of your thoughts and be aware of how get attached to our thoughts and we really believe we are what we think, and it's not that way.
No, the thing is, we are misunderstanding, most human beings are misunderstanding psychological situations as existential. It's like this. Let's say you build a castle in the air. What do you say for castle in Spanish?
Castillo.
What?
Un castillo, ¿acaso?
Okay, castle. You built a castle in the air. I applaud because you built it in such a detail, every brick. Great imagination, you built a castle in the air. After some time, you start thinking it's real. Then we say you're neurotic. After some time, you start living in that castle. Then we say you're psychotic. Then a third person comes and starts collecting rent for that castle. Generally, we call him a psychiatrist or something else. There are so many other types of people. With all due respect to all the doctors, psychiatrists and others who help a lot of people who have, who are one way or the other damaged within themselves, with all due respect to them, but what I'm trying to say is, your psychological issues are fundamentally your intelligence has turned against you. It's caused by you, this must be understood. It may be so helpless within you that it may be happening, but still it's caused by you. So if we get that point, many people can be salvaged from this. There are some who are pathologically ill, they may need medication and they may have to go through other kinds of things. But these percentages, 40% in Spain have experienced mental health problems. What is that? 40%. 1 or 2% are mentally ill because of something which are beyond us, that's a different matter. 40% means it's definitely caused by us. This can be changed if you bring in a meditative process into your life. See, we must understand it's a tool. If I give you a tool, you must learn to use it. If I give you a tool, if you worship the tool, it's not going to work. If you carry it on your head, it's not going to work. You must use it the right way. Suppose I ask you to take out a screw from the furniture in which you're sitting, even if all your 10 nails go away, it won't come out. But if I give you a screwdriver, in 2 minutes you will get it out. This is the power of a tool. So meditation is a tool, we must clearly understand that. So how to use the tool? A simple method, how to use a toothbrush, just like that.
Use it continuously, practice. With your application, it's 7 minutes, and with 7 minutes, it's already demonstrated by many universities, Harvard, so many, the benefits of meditation. Which could be the most important benefits besides, of course, the mental calm, peace, and well-being?
See, essentially, what meditativeness is doing to you is, it changes your fundamental chemistry. There is something more than chemistry, but let's not talk about that, but the chemistry changes to such an extent that being peaceful and joyful becomes a natural part of you. Why I'm saying this is, see, human experience at one level has a chemical basis. What you call as peace is one kind of chemistry. What you call as joy is another kind of chemistry. What you call as ecstasy is another kind of chemistry. What you call as misery is another kind of chemistry. What you call as agony is another kind of chemistry. So, what you call as my body is right now one of the most sophisticated chemical factories on the planet. Now, if your factory, your chemical factory does not produce the products that you want and it produces something else, if I ask this question to any human being, for yourself, do you want to be blissful or miserable? Of course blissful. What you want for your neighbor sometimes may be debatable, you know. So,
No.
sometimes I said, come on. So, this chemical factory is not producing what you want. This is simply because your own body, your own mind not taking instructions from you. So, if you are a good manager of this factory, if you are a good CEO, you would be blissful. You're a lousy manager, you're miserable. Simple way to look at it. So why is it that your body is not functioning the way you want, your mind is not functioning the way you want? A very sophisticated machine, a very sophisticated gadget, how many people have even read the user's manual? Not paid attention. They're too busy with what's happening in their head. Their psychological drama is taking 100% of their time. They don't even know that they're breathing, they don't even know their heart is beating. They are not noticing or they are not conscious of anything that's happening in the system. If they were little more conscious, what to eat, what not to eat, how to sit, how not to sit, everything would be naturally a part of their life. But right now, They are so engrossed in their own psychological drama, and with social media, other people's psychological drama now.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you this also, that we have so much information coming from the screen, right? So we can take a time, a moment to meditate. But once we finish the practice, we go out and we find such a mess, such an information. We are not able to to select which is the right information we should choose. So complicated to get a balance between both moments.
No, social media is not always information, it's mainly gossip. So, gossip has always been there in this world, but to get some gossip, you have to go and sit in your neighbor's house and listen to what they're talking, or in the local, tea shop or at a bar or somewhere people sit and gossip a bit.
Yeah.
But today, gossip has one thing is gossip has gone global and it's in your hands. You can go on listening to too much gossip. Whoever listens to too much gossip, obviously they will be confused, because gossip is not necessarily factual. Gossip is always generally an exaggeration of things that they are. So too much gossip, even if you heard from your neighbor, it would mess you up. Now you have global gossip going on, so definitely it'll mess you up. But the problem is not that it's all coming to you. The problem is you're compulsive. You cannot stop the activity that you start. If you were a little more conscious, you would take in as much gossip as necessary. We need some gossip, hello? Otherwise, because official news channels are not so reliable, gossip is the only way.
It's entertainment, yeah. Yeah, it's true, but it's crazy how we go in with kind of an anxiety with so many news coming over, information that people it's putting in the screen, and finally we really believe that what is here is the only thing exists in the world, and the world is much bigger, much bigger, and we finally don't look anywhere else, not even inside us. It goes like this, and we become blind.
One thing you see is very young children, by the time they're 12, 14, today's children, you look at them, they look bored. When we were children, we did not know what is boredom. We did not know, we were just excited about every damn thing that was happening around us. This is because too much information, they know the entire cosmos, they've seen the cosmos through their phone screen. They don't have to look up from that. So this overload of information is making them feel bored as if they know everything. They don't know nothing, it's just, information.
Yeah.
Information is not transformation.
Yeah. I guess there will be a moment when we really realize that we should decide what is good for us, what is really necessary, and what really is nutrient and good for our souls, because we're gonna go crazy finally. Too much.
No, right now I think one thing that'll happen in the next few years is all these people gathering information and spilling it out here and there, they were looking smart. But now artificial intelligence is coming. It has a trillion-fold more information than you and it can say it. So all the people who think they're intellectual will feel utterly stupid in the next 5 years, which is a very good sign. Because right now, the world is being run like this. If you read 3 books, you become a school teacher and mess up the future generation of people. If you read 10 books, you become a professor and bore the hell out of people. If you read 1 book, you become an agent of God. If you read nothing, people will call you a mystic. It's a strange world.
It shouldn't, I don't know, we are going crazy actually. Everything goes so fast, so fast, and we try
No,
to…
and the planet is still spinning at the same speed.
It's true, but I don't know if it's with the same energy.
Nothing is going fast. People imagine all kinds of things. What is going fast? Everything is going at the same speed. Automobiles are a little faster.
And we are running, but we don't know where we're running to. I mean, it's weird. and asking for
No,
more
no,
things
let
from you.
me… let me reveal the secret to everybody. No matter where you're going, as far as your body is concerned, it's going straight to the grave.
We're going there for sure. We're going there for sure. It's the only thing we know for
No, we
sure.
are not going this way and that way and that way. We are going straight to the grave,
There
every
we go.
moment.
There we go. I have to congratulate you for that application of meditation, the miracle of mind. I read it were 2 million downloads in 3 months. So somebody's really needing and wanting and willing to enjoy those
Oh,
little
is that all
moments.
they have? I think they must have much more now.
Much more.
In 15 hours we had 1 million.
Wow.
We are in other languages, so I don't know how it's being counted, I'm not sure about that.
We have it in Spanish, by the way. And
Okay.
also, you've done many
You
things.
must make sure all the Spanish people start meditating because they think just eating and drinking and doing tap dancing, what is that, I'm sorry, flamenco.
Wow. We also dance. We enjoy life. We enjoy sun. We are very happy and work. We work a lot too, but I think it's a very good opportunity to meditate in Spanish.
That's
Also,
what I thought.
meditating.
I thought
Yeah,
the Spanish people are very exuberant and joyful and dancing, but it looks like dancing is giving them a lot of stress. 40% has experienced mental health problems means what?
that's it. And you know, we are the third country in Europe using antidepressive medicines, which is I mean, I'm very worried about this. Third country in Europe using them.
Yeah, highest per capita, that's what they're saying.
It's a very good opportunity to meditate. You've done a lot about consciousness on the soil, on what we eat and how we live. You work a lot with youth. You have many volunteers around the world. What's next? What are you planning next?
Uh, Preventing the humanity from going crazy is not a small thing, it'll take some time
Mm.
to turn this around. So our goal is in the next 24 months, we want to make sure 3 billion people are practicing this 7-minute meditation, at least minimum 7 minutes. Like these days, people have said 10,000 steps per day can keep you physically reasonably healthy. Like that, this is not an ultimate solution, but 7 minutes a day, you can bring about significant transformation in your life. Most people brush their teeth for 2 to 3 minutes and it's made a big difference, all right? 7 minutes a day you brush up your mind, it can make a huge difference in one's life. And the last time I was in Spain, I wrote this poem, Spaniel, so here's the poem. The women have to stop, unlike the gentle flamingo, as the men's hearts are lost to football or the raging bull. Here, even if you are just another Salvador, the heart is of a matador. Spaniard sands adventure and danger is like the sunken treasures of the yore, the mountains and beaches, the food and above all their passion, fantastico.
Fantástico. Gracias. Gracias. Yes. We have such a joy and we are people who really saw so much, so many things happen in our history, like all civilizations, of course, but we have a mixture of civilizations, of way of being, and we really enjoy life. And I want joy to be around us all the time and be thankful for what we have. Family is so important for us also. Mothers, fathers, family, work, nature, music, oceans, food. We enjoy sitting around a table, like most of the civilizations. But this, we shouldn't lose this. We shouldn't lose it.
I was really surprised looking at the statistics of mental ailments because I thought Spanish people are very exuberant, music, dance, so much of it, it's unbelievable if this is the kind of percentages you have.
Yeah. Also, I think it's because we are quite sensitive. We are a very sensitive country, and we are aware of what's going on. Maybe more aware than other countries. We really live down to earth. And we suffer so much for our neighbors and we help. It's an open country. We welcome so many people from other countries who are suffering so much too. So this makes a responsibility and worrying or what's going on around. So we shouldn't let that worrying take us down. We shouldn't. We shouldn't. One last question I want to ask you about how you personally feel. I guess, and I imagine you waking up every morning being thankful of every decision you took with your community and how thankful and happy you are doing all this movement needed. It's any moment that you feel like tired, saying, "Oh my God, I can't. This is going too far. I'm tired," or you're always happy and joyful.
Happy and joyful I am, tired I am almost every day because I don't hit the bed till I'm almost dead. So I
So
am…
people around you is tired too, huh?
Oh, I keep… every destination I am in, it's a different team and they're so glad when I leave.
They're saying the unstoppable Sadhguru is living, but you take your energy some other place. So I really congratulate you for that, and I thank you for this chat with all of
Wonderful,
us.
wonderful, and you must come to India. You must
Yeah,
experience…
I go very often, so I shall go. Yeah, I like it.
You must come and spend some time there, it'll be very rewarding for you.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Wonderful talking to
Thank you.
you.